More is more in Robbie Williams' household at Christmas. 2 trees and plenty of presents for the children. He has said it is to overcompensate for my needs not being met when I was growing up. Now, we've got no idea what he means by that, but have your childhoods shaped how you celebrate Christmas Day? Frankie?
I think as in, like, in my family, Christmas has always been a big thing. Like, we love it, the lead up to it. And I feel like when I met Wayne, he wasn't quite like that because he was always playing football, so we always missed it. So we kind of, like, rammed Christmas down his throat and made him like it, basically. But I feel like now, since, like, not to talk about COVID, but since then, I think it just showed me that actually, like, a pared-back Christmas is just as enjoyable. I don't know if that means I'm getting old, but I just, like, I enjoyed the peace and quiet of it. And, like, now the kids are a bit older, so we keep all, like, the traditions of, like, certain foods, and, like, my mum's coming over Christmas Eve and she's bringing a lasagna, but on Christmas Day, it's going to be, like, ready-made Christmas dinner. Wayne will cook it, no stress for me.
Oh, ready-made by your husband,
Yeah.
I love that. I was imagining it was coming in a box.
No, but you know the ones you just shove in the oven?
Oh, he's shoving it in the oven?
he's shoving it in. And my mum normally does it, but even she now, like, I feel like she's just like, you know what, it's just not worth the stress. She'd spend all the time in the kitchen, she wouldn't get to enjoy it, and actually it's quite nice seeing her be able to relax and just have a nice day.
I think it's good sometimes to mention COVID. It did change us. And the thing is, I think a lot of us looked at for excesses, and there are such excesses and so much consumerism, and it can make you feel sick, actually, looking at it and looking about the amount of money that is spent and wasted. Canopies, what, like £7 each? Like, what? No, so I totally agree with you on that. I think that a lot of people just want a bit less than before. But I also really do think I get what Robbie's talking about, because my husband had a difficult childhood, and every Christmas we'd get all sorted, get the kids presents and everything, and then my friend Lisa, if you're listening, who didn't get much at Christmas either when she was growing up, they would egg each other on, and they'd go, we haven't got enough. We haven't got enough, they're going to have a terrible Christmas. And I had to ban them from talking, actually, at one point, just before Christmas, because Mark would suddenly disappear and come back with Toys R Us in the car. And I'd be like, they've got everything, and they're in a loving home, and they've got their, you know, they've got twinkly presents from Father Christmas. You don't need to do that.
I almost feel the more stuff there is, then the stuff that's meaningful gets lost.
Yeah, definitely.
You sometimes just see kids ripping everything, and then it's just straight on to the next thing without actually... I mean, I was trying to think when I knew we were talking about this, I can't remember much about Christmas as a kid. I mean, I know we had Christmas, but I don't remember it being that
I can
big a
imagine
deal.
you at 6 going, this is a load of fuss and nonsense.
No,
we're not doing it this year.
I just had, probably back then, it was, you know, when I was young, it was the 1960s, I would have had one big present.
Yeah, from Father Christmas.
And then, obviously, the stocking from Father Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, a colouring book.
But now, I mean, every tree, I mean, those are empty, sorry to break the magic, but every tree now looks like presents
you love
everywhere.
the magic, don't you?
What about you, Jude?
Do you know what? You know, growing up, it was tight financially, but I never felt like I never had, because I had my mum and my sister. It was loving and warm, and we used to go to church, and, you know, and then being brought up as a Christian, it was bigger than actually the presents. But we always had the same, like, we had the one big present, and then maybe, as my mum would say, you have a little present then that would make you feel good. So I think, for me, it's not...
The key is there, you had a lot of love, though.
Yeah, a lot of love. And it's not... I don't think it's... for everybody, for me personally, definitely not a childhood thing. I think it's more a society thing. You know, life has changed and things change, and you feel the pressure of wanting to provide and do more and be bigger than what you did last year. But I think a lot of people, including myself, this year feels like it just needs to be stripped back and be very simple. And just appreciate each other and time.
Do you know, the other day on the show, Colleen was saying how it was the one day out of 365 days in their house that there was no telly, because otherwise it was on 20. And she said it was just the best thing about Christmas was that there was no telly and all the family would talk and hang out.
I just don't want to cook.